Have you ever wondered how the British first set foot on the distant shores of Australia, forever changing the course of history? It's a tale brimming with adventure, struggle, and transformation. Let's delve into this incredible journey. It all began in the late 18th century, during an era of exploration and colonization. In the year 1770, a British naval officer, Lieutenant James Cook, made his way to the mysterious southern continent, known then as New Holland. Cook was tasked with observing the transit of Venus across the sun, but his voyage would lead to a discovery of far greater significance. Upon his arrival, Cook and his crew found themselves in a land vastly different from their homeland. They were greeted by an array of strange and exotic wildlife, and a landscape unlike anything they had ever seen. But they weren't the first humans to set foot here. The indigenous peoples of Australia, the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples, had been living on the continent for over 65,000 years, cultivating a rich and diverse culture. Cook's voyage marked the beginning of a period of rapid change for Australia. The British, eager to establish a new colony, began sending convicts to the continent in 1788. The first fleet, as it became known, consisted of 11 ships carrying around 1,400 people. This marked the start of British colonization in Australia, an event that would forever alter the course of the continent's history. The early years of colonization were fraught with challenges. The settlers had to adapt to a harsh and unfamiliar environment, and relations with the indigenous peoples were often tense. Despite these difficulties, the colony gradually expanded, and by the mid-19th century, Australia was home to over 1 million people of European descent. The impact of British colonization on Australia is profound and far-reaching. It led to the establishment of modern Australia, but it also brought about the dispossession of indigenous peoples and the loss of their lands and culture. The history of Australia is a story of exploration and discovery, but also of conflict and change. In summary, the British first arrived in Australia with Lieutenant James Cook in 1770. The first fleet began the process of British colonization in 1788, marking a period of rapid transformation for the continent. The impact of this event is still felt today, shaping Australia's history and identity. This is a story that encapsulates the spirit of adventure, the struggle for survival, and the drive for progress. It's a tale that reminds us of our shared history and the ways in which our past continues to shape our present.